Hello guys, today I want to talk about or to discuss about the question that I have posted on the WhatsApp group. So here we have a question about quadratic function. So we have 3 questions, which words 7 marks here. So I think this is so simple, and I think you guys can, score this section. So let's discuss. So for question A, we have state the coordinates of A. So this words 1 mark, and I think there is no problem for this. So coordinate A is here, as you can see. Actually, the y-intercept for the curve itself. So y-intercept actually occurs when x equals to 0. So we just substitute to the given equation, which is fx equals to negative x to the power of 2 plus kx minus 5. Okay, so we just sub in f0 equals to negative 0 square plus k times 0 minus 5. So we get this this is 0, that is 0, so we're left with minus 5. So we know the y-intercept, which is shortened to y-int, so it is actually y-intercept. Y-intercept is negative 5. So we know the coordinate A is actually y-intercept, which is, so y-intercept, so it is 0, negative 5. Okay, because at y-intercept x equals to 0. Okay, and we go to the next question. Okay, we go to the next question, question B. So what it asks us to find, by using the method completing the square, find the value of k and p. So we are given fx is x to the power of 2 plus kx minus 5. So we now need to factorize the negative 1, because our intention first, we need to let the x to be single like this. So negative x, you factor the negative x, negative 1, so left with negative x squared minus kx plus 5. Sorry, we just ignore the negative 5. Okay, we do nothing with the negative 5. Okay, we don't have to factor the negative 1. So when you multiply back, it becomes like the original function. So we have fx, so x squared minus kx, and then we provide a parenthesis square minus parenthesis square, and then we minus 5, right? So fx, so what we fill in is, so this is over 2, so we just fill in with the b here is referring to k, so we just fill in the k, and then okay, you just stand by your bracket like this, square. Okay, so x, so this is minus, so you just follow this, because this is the you just follow the sign from here, because the sign is relying on this negative b. So if this is positive, then this must be positive, but in this question it is negative, so you just copy negative sign, and then for this side is, you just fill in with this k over 2, and then this guy here you want to need to be outside, so you just expand back the k over 2 square, it becomes so you must multiply with negative 1, so negative 1 times with negative k over 2 is simply positive k square over 4. Okay, k square over 4 minus 5, don't forget the negative 5. And actually we are done. Okay, so we know that the maximum point here is at b to p, and we just compare with the minimum point here. So minimum point is actually k over 2 comma k square over 4 minus 5. I just refer from here, you just let this guy here inside the parenthesis to be 0, so equal with 0, and you get this k over 2. And for the maximum at y is this, simply that. Okay, and then you just compare this and that, so k over 2 equals to 2, which is implies k equals to 4. Okay, knowing k equals to 4, you just substitute here, and then what you get, so k equals to 4, remember, sub here, so 4 square over 4 minus 5 is simply equivalent to here p. Okay, and then p equals to 4 square over 4 is 4 minus 5 is negative 1, and we get our p. Okay, and then for the next and the last question is question C. Determine the range of value of x if fx itself is greater or equal to negative 5. So we just represent the fx, which is negative x squared plus k, if you remember k equals to 4, right? X minus 5 greater or equal to negative 5. So here you see the same term, which is negative 5 and negative 5 on the both sides, so you just cancel them off. Negative x squared plus 4x is greater or equal to 0, and then you can factor the negative. So no more negative sign inside the parentheses. So x minus 4 greater or equal to 0. So if you expand back, you will get the original one as above, okay? So we just factor the negative x, okay? And then we just divide both sides by negative 1 to eliminate the negative completely on the left hand side. So we get what? So x minus 4. So we have get rid of negative 1. And if we divide or multiply both sides by negative number, the sign becomes change its direction like that. Okay, equals to 0, and we just let this to be let x minus 4 equals to 0, and we get x equals to 0, x equals to 4, and we just graph it. So 0 is there, so 4 is that, like that. Then we have the graph like this. Since fx, this whole guy is actually fx, so it is less or equal to 0, so the range is there as I shade. So we have x is must less or equal to 4 but greater than or equal to 0. So that's our solution. So I think that's all, and thank you.